Vito, what are you making?
Sausage and peppers, pasta pesto, and ziti with oil and garlic.
Ooh, and what's this?
Garbage roast cooked.
This kitchen smells terrific. My chipped beef must be done. Oh, Sophia, would you like a little scoop on some lightly toasted white bread?
What do I look like, Beetle Bailey?
Ma, you'll never guess who I was just on the phone with.
Uncle Vito.
How did you know?
I picked up the phone and listened in. It's a little thing I do.
Girls, my Uncle Vito is coming to Miami for a visit, and he's going to stay with us. He arrives Thursday. He's going to stay a whole week.
Where's he going to stay?
He can take my room. I'll double up with Ma.
I was going to stay with you. My cousin Milo's coming, don't you remember? He's going to be in town for the 14th annual Hog Expo.
Is it the 14th annual already? It seems just like yesterday. It was the 12th annual. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise.
Dorothy, now cut it out. What are we going to do?
We'll figure out some arrangements. We always make do. Besides, everything will work out fine as long as I do not have to sleep with Rose.
Me? Why don't you want to sleep with me?
Well, honey, for starters, you talk in your sleep.
And let's face it, you know, Dick, have it awake.
I do not talk in my sleep.
Oh, yes, you do too, and you snore.
No, I don't. Dorothy snores.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sir, you snore worse than a sailor passed out at an adult motel after a night of unbridled passion while I had to call a cab to take me home. Never mind, the point is you snore.
Hey, let's face it, none of you was a day at the beach. Remember when we had that cold snap and the heat gave out? Boy, what a night. It was Salvador, if you want to fool around, take off your t-shirt. You're gonna get linguine all over me.
Ma, go back to sleep. It's just me, Dorothy.
Get the hell out of my bed.
Ma, have a heart. The heat went out again. I'm freezing to death. You're the only one who has an electric blanket.
I'll die under here with you. Your body's like a heat sponge. You'll suck up all the heat and I'll get up in the morning a frozen fish stick.
Ma, don't be ridiculous. Just turn up the heat.
It's already on 9. On 10 you can cook a lean cuisine.
Good night, Ma. You know, Ma, this reminds me of the time the heat went out in our old apartment back in Brooklyn. I was about, 7 years old, because I was still sleeping with my rag doll, Mrs. Doolittle. I remember I woke up in the middle of the night with my teeth chattering. I got out of bed, tiptoed to your bedroom door. I opened it a crack and I whispered, "Mommy, Mrs. Doolittle is cold. Mommy, Mrs. Doolittle." Yes, Ma.
Cut that crap, I'm not in the mood.
Oh, girls, can I please share your electric blanket?
No.
Oh, come on, I can't sleep. My bed's never been so cold, especially on a Saturday night.
Oh, all right, get in.
Listen, did you hear that sound? Yeah, and as long as I'm in my own bed, I'll do what I want.
I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on.
Thank God, get back to your own beds.
Everybody, what are you doing?
I've been tinkering with the heater trying to get it to work.
Oh, Rose, you're a genius.
Boy, that's a sentence you don't hear every day.
She's working great now, except for one little thing. I turned the air conditioner on instead of the heater, and now it won't go off.
Great! Now it's going to be colder inside than it is outside.
I think you're right. There's an icicle forming on the nose of my bunny slippers. There, that's not so bad.
Get your bunny nose out of my butt.
get some sleep.
Oh,
Good night, Ma. Good night, Mo. Good night, Lowry.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm on the wrong side of the bed.
well, I usually sleep on the right side, and I want to be on the right side.
What the hell is everyone so particular about? In Sicily, 4 in a bed is a treat. It means half your family is on vacation. I slept with my 2 brothers until I was 17. I was engaged to one for a very short period of time. But that's a separate story.
I wouldn't mind hearing it.
Rose, shut up. Everybody stay where you are and go to sleep. I have to go to work early in the morning.
Oh, darn, I forgot something.
Go in your pajamas.
Oh, it's not that. I forgot to say my prayers.
Oh, Rose, God wouldn't mind if you skipped a night. He's very busy these days. Most of his free time is spent talking to Pat Robertson.
Hello, God, it's me, Rose Nyland. I'm sorry to be getting in touch so late tonight. I hope I didn't wake you.
Oh, God.
One at a time, Blanche. Anyway, I just wanted to say I think you're still doing a terrific job. Of course, there are some things I don't understand, like poverty. And the spokesmodel category on Star Search. But then again, you work your wonders in mysterious ways. A couple of years ago, on a night like this, I would have frozen to death because I was by myself. Now I have Dorothy and Blanche and Sophia to keep me warm. Not just on a cold winter's night, but all year long. Take care of them, God. If anything happened, I just...
Rose, thanks for the lovely prayer. Now shut up and get into bed.
Nice work, Dorothy.
Wasn't me.
Sweet Jesus, am I in trouble? Now I'll lay me down to sleep. You know, I'd almost forgotten about that night.
With all of us cramped into that bed, I had to sleep in positions I never thought possible.
Me too.
Sophia, when's that food gonna be ready to taste?
Oh, my chip beef is ready.
Oh, well, I was more in the mood for something hot.
Mine's hot.
Well, I was more in the mood for something spicy.
Mine's spicy.
She was more in the mood for something that wouldn't test her gag reflex. I'll fix your plate of mine, Blanche.
And I'll try some of yours, Rose.
Coming right up. Oh, I hate thunderstorms. They make me a nervous wreck.
That's another reason I don't like to bunk with you, Rose. Everything makes you nervous, and when you're nervous, you get unbearable. Do you remember that awful night you came barging into my room like a raving lunatic? I was ready to kill you.
Man, Blanche, I just heard on the radio 2 killers escaped from a Georgia State Penitentiary.
So?
They could be headed here.
Honey, they escaped in Georgia. Why on earth would they come to Miami?
For the same reason we did.
Eligible men? Rose, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Well, I just thought you ought to know.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I won't bother you again.
Good night.
Oh, please, Blanche, please. I'm too scared to go back to my room. This kind of thing has always frightened me, ever since I was a little girl. When I first heard my parents whispering about the St. Olaf slasher.
Slasher?
Yes! Oh, he terrorized St. Olaf for months. In the dark of night, he'd sneak into an unsuspecting farmer's field and mercilessly slash his scarecrow to shreds.
was a scarecrow slasher?
Primarily, although he was suspected in the disfigurement of several whisk brooms. I was so scared at night I'd sleep in the closet so he couldn't find me.
Rose, don't say another word to me. Just get into bed, but don't say another word.
Oh, Blanche, you'll never even know I'm here.
All right.
When are you coming to bed, Blanche?
In a minute.
What are you doing?
I am contouring my eyebrows. I use Miss Christy Brinkley as a guide because we have exactly the same bone structure. I just hope she doesn't let herself go to pot after that baby comes. I don't want that big-eyed husband of hers coming after me.
I never do very much with my eyebrows.
That's why from the nose up you look like Wilford Brimley. Now don't say another word, just go to sleep.
Can I leave my light on?
All right, yes.
I want you to know, Blanche, I really appreciate this.
Did I just say go to sleep?
I can't. I'm too scared. Tell me a story. What? Tell me a story. It always worked when I was a little girl.
I don't know any stories.
Make one up.
All right. Once upon a time there were 3 bears.
Not that one.
Pigs.
No.
Elephants. And they lived with a little girl named Rose.
The elephants lived in the house?
They were elephant dolls. Every night when Rose would go to bed, she'd take the 3 elephants with her because they made her feel so safe and secure.
Elephant dolls.
Right, elephant dolls. Until finally one night they got so sick and tired of Rose annoying them that they went off to sleep someplace else. And 2 big old escaped convicts snuck in through the window and murdered Rose in her sleep. Rose. Oh, Rose. Grow up. Sophia, that ziti was delicious.
Please, tell me something I don't know. Dorothy, you didn't even taste my chip beans.
Of course I did, Rose.
You didn't like it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I loved it.
Well, then have another bite.
Okay.
Oh, no, the power lines must be down.
That's just great. I got 10 pounds of fresh clams in the refrigerator.
Rose, that was delicious. Oh, thank you.
Who moved my purse? Why does it feel so heavy?
Now, listen, you know, we have these people who are coming to visit, and we still haven't decided what our sleeping arrangements are going to be.
I volunteer to sleep with Sophia.
Oh, no, I think I should sleep with her. I mean, we've done it many times before. We always get along just fine.
Except when you're sick. You remember the time you had bronchitis?
Oh, honey, I was really...
Cool as a cucumber, thank God.
Ah, you woke me up.
It's time to take your medicine anyway.
I just took my medicine.
You took it after dinner, and then you went to sleep. Now read me how much medicine you're supposed to take. I don't remember.
2 teaspoons every 6 hours.
That's wrong.
Ma, it's written here in black and white.
So the pharmacist made a mistake. He's not perfect. If the man really knew what he was doing, he would be a doctor instead of just dressing like one.
Give me a break. I'll take my medicine later.
You know you're a lousy patient.
Ma, what do you want from me? I'm sick.
I don't know that. You think I've been sitting here for 3 nights just to look at you? Believe me, you're no oil painting. I've been sitting here because I thought you needed me. You needed me when you had the mumps, the chicken pox, whooping cough, rubella. Or was rubella our cleaning lady? It doesn't matter. The point is, it hurts me to see my baby sick. But if I'm only being a nuisance, I'll be happy to leave you alone.
Oh, Ma, wait. Ma, no, don't. Ma, don't. Ma, please, come back here. Ma, I do need you. I'm sorry, I'm just cranky. Now, you're right, I am a lousy patient. I always have been. I remember when I was a little girl and used to get those terrible chest colds, and you'd whip up a batch of that homemade liniment to rub on my chest. Ooh, that was nasty stuff. Cod liver oil, garlic, petroleum jelly, parsley. I remember once I asked you, why parsley? You said, presentation is very important. Oh, whenever I saw you coming down the hall with that ceramic bowl and a paintbrush, I'd run and hide under my bed and cry. Then you'd rub some on my doll, Mrs. Doolittle, to show me that it didn't hurt. And I'd come out from under the bed and you'd put it on my chest. And next day I'd always feel better. You remember, Ma? Good night, Mom. Thanks for everything.
I heard every word you said. I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes so you'd leave me alone. I used to do that with your father. It only worked about half of the time. Asleep, awake, it didn't matter to him. Men are built that way. No, it's a fact. I saw Dr. Art Uline explain it on the Today Show with a plastic model.
Please, Ma, you slept like a baby. I know, because I spent the whole night awake in that chair.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than trying to sleep on a hard wooden bench in the middle of a railway station.
Boy, you do it any place, don't you, Blanche?
Blanche is talking about coming back from Edna McCarthy's funeral.
Edna McCarthy is dead? Oh, my God, that's terrible. I just sent her a chain letter. There's $1 I'll never see.
What a terrible night that was. I remember we were trying to make a train connection to get back to Miami.
Come on, girls, we only have 10 minutes to catch our next train.
I don't think I can take another 3 hours on a train.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. But then again, I've always loved trains.
Oh, excuse me. What track does the 9:15 to Miami leave on?
Well, ma'am, we've only got one track, but we call it track 910. Nobody knows why, but it sure gives everybody something to talk about while they're waiting on the next tornado to hit the mobile home.
Thank you very much. Oh, and please say hello to Opie and Aunt B for me when you see them.
Why don't we wait outside on the platform? The train will be along in a few minutes.
The 9:15 to Miami left at 8:45.
But our train have left a half hour early.
Well, all the trains out of Appalachia leave early. That's what our town's famous for. Now, y'all may think this sounds kind of silly, but we actually printed "Our trains leave early" right on the town seal.
You have a town seal? Can you play a song on those little horns?
No, but he can balance a ball on his nose if you throw him a catfish first.
This is like a Twilight Zone. Somehow we got on a train that ended up inside Rose's mind.
Yeah, when is the next train to Miami?
Well, we've got one scheduled to leave at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Does that mean it'll actually leave at 5:30?
Welcome to Appalachia.
Oh, I don't believe this. I mean, this has to be the most depressing day of my life. First Edna McCarthy's funeral, now this.
You know, being at her funeral today made me start thinking about how quickly life can pass you by. Maybe I ought to be more adventurous in my life.
More adventurous? The Kama Sutra had to publish a supplement because of you.
I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about things I've always wanted to do, but never got around to trying. Well, Dorothy, didn't you ever have something you wanted to do? You know, some kind of secret desire you always kept on the back burner?
I always wanted to try a nudist camp.
Some big pots belong on the back burner.
Don't you have a cousin you should be dating?
Wait a minute, I thought you said there weren't any trains until morning.
No more trains to Miami. That's the 9:20 to Sarasota.
Well, maybe we should try and get some sleep.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm just too depressed.
This has been a terrible day. A friend's funeral, stuck in a train station in the middle of nowhere, trying to sleep on a hardwooden bench. I don't think I have ever been this depressed in my entire life.
You know, Rose, you really ought to take off some of that makeup. What?
I don't believe it. A circus? Where did they come from?
The 9:20 to Sarasota's a circus train.
Girls, this is a miracle. Our paths crossed here so they could cheer us up. Excuse me, Mr. Clown, could you do something to put smiles on the faces of three gloomy cusses?
Buzz off, lady. I'm on a cigarette break.
What a terrible thing that was.
Oh, it wasn't so bad. Something good did come out of it. I dated Floppo the Clown for several months after that. You know, his feet really were that big. Which, of course, as I'm sure you're both aware, means...
Is there any more of that ZD?
Nope, clean me out. There's not a drop of food left.
Oh, then what do you say we call it a night, huh?
Well, wait a minute. We haven't decided what to do about Cousin Milo and Uncle Vito.
Oh, yeah, I have an idea on that. Now, look, they're both family. They'll understand. What do you say we all chip in and put them up at the Holiday Inn?
Oh, sounds good to me.
Me too. What do you think, Ma?
You know, in the right hands and the right bag, this chipped beef is not half bad.
Listening to my yodeling tapes. When the driver behind me starts furiously honking his horn, I decide to be a lady and let him pass. And what does he do? Pulls alongside, shouts obscenities that would make Joan Rivers blush, then speeds off down the street.
Who cares, Rose? I got my own problems.
Your own problems?
I can't find my lucky handkerchief.
Lucky handkerchief?
What the hell are you, a minor bird? I'm trying to get my kid together for a major bingo game and it's not here. There's no way I can play without it. It's like Kareem without his goggles.
I'm sorry, Sophia. I'm just so upset.
You know, you would feel a lot better if you had shouted back at that bunch of galoot.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I get so flustered in those situations.
Hey, a well-chosen gesture can be very effective. Something like this.
Sophia, isn't that obscene?
No, they mean good health, have a nice day, and would you like to squeeze my concertina?
Dorothy, I don't understand. You spent the whole afternoon together and he still didn't ask you out. What did you do wrong?
Who didn't ask you out, Dorothy?
You got a phone hook?
Frank Leahy, you know, the teacher I've been working with on the youth fair.
She's known him for 2 whole weeks, and he hasn't asked her out yet.
Look, I don't know him. We have spent exactly 2 Saturday mornings building display booths and painting signs. We're hardly close.
Maybe you could be if you'd ask him out. He's obviously too shy to ask you. Maybe he just doesn't like her.
Thank you, Rose. Incidentally, you look fat.
Well, I say the time for subtlety has passed. If you want this man, go after him. Ask him out.
Oh, I don't know. I feel so awkward asking a man out on a date.
Well, you could always invite him here to dinner. That wouldn't seem as pushy. Oh, that's a great idea, Rose. Then we can all check him out.
I don't think I can do it.
Oh, goddamn, of course you can. Look here, now you be Frank, I'll be you. Okay? Well, Frank, you know, I've been thinking, this is the 3rd Saturday of our relationship, and I don't even know what you like to eat. Why don't you come over for dinner this Saturday night and let me find out what whets your appetite?
And what are you serving for dessert, Blanche? Penicillin? I'll do it my own way.
If you do it your way, you better use Jane Fonda's body. Otherwise, it'll be just the 4 of us for dinner.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say that the sign seemed a little high on one side. How about a coffee break?
Sure. Hey, Tony, when one of you guys gets a chance, would you fix that sign? Seems a little high on one side.
Yeah, sure, Frank. I notice a lot of your students call you Frank.
You don't approve?
Oh, no, on the contrary. I think anything other than you teach is an educational breakthrough.
Well, I just think that formal titles can be very intimidating. This way, I'm just one of the guys.
You think a lot of these kids, don't you?
Oh, hey, so do you.
Well, I do, but I don't know. I sense a special dedication from you. It's nice.
Thanks, Dorothy. I've been at this a long time. I watch these kids grow. I know their families. I've been to their homes for dinner.
Really? You've been to their homes for dinner?
Well, of course, they spread a newspaper on the floor for me. No, I'm kidding. You seem so amazed.
No, I'm not amazed. I just mean I think it's nice that you do that.
It's funny. I just assumed that you knew that I ate dinner.
I meant I think it's nice that you go to people's homes for dinner. How would you like to go home with me? I mean, for dinner. Or maybe next week, or my roommates would love to meet you.
Sure, what's a good night?
Bingo night. Any other time, I'd have to introduce you to my mother.
But I still don't understand. The table looked fine right when we always keep it.
Honey, the table looked fine, but with her complexion, those yellow garden lights make Dorothy look like Eric Severon.
Without St. Dominic, Sophia Petrillo feels lucky tonight.
Oh, right. Tonight's the big bingo game, isn't it?
The biggest. I got my lucky handkerchief. I can't lose.
Where did you find it?
In my bra.
Your bra? What was your lucky handkerchief doing in there?
I was blowing my breasts, Rose. I stuffed it in to give me cleavage. To turn on the butcher so I could get a decent piece of veal. And now, if you'll excuse me, there's an electric weed whacker at St. Dominic's with my name on it.
Now, Rose, listen, when we go out there for dinner, you be sure and sit on the far side of the table, and I'll sit next to you.
Why?
Just in case somebody wants to play a little footsie.
Gee, that sounds like fun. I haven't played footsie in years. Charlie never wanted
Rose, Frank and Dorothy might want to play footsie.
Oh.
How do I look?
Beautiful.
Go back and change. Oh, honey, that outfit might be all right for a gay funeral in New Orleans, but it's much too subtle for this evening. Dorothy, put on something flashy, something colorful.
No, that's really not me, Blanche.
I know, honey, but take a chance, be a woman.
It's an awful lot to ask, Blanche, but I'll try.
Good. All right, Rose, come on, let's go see about supper. Come on.
Blanche, don't you think you might be pushing Dorothy a little hard?
No, and I need all your help, and she needs all your help, too. You know, she's not going to have too many chances. She doesn't have my beauty or your... We'll help you next week. The point is, she practically glows every time she speaks his name.
Do you think Dorothy's in love?
Well, she's very definitely smitten. And with a little help from us, I think she can file Cupid's arrow into the tushy of love.
The tushy of love? For some strange reason, I find that provocative.
You really ought to date more, Rose. That must be him. All right, honey, why don't you heat up the roll and cool yourself down?
Good evening.
Father, my, this must be an important cause. Don't you usually make the nuns ask for money? I'll get my purse.
I'm Frank. I'm here to see Dorothy.
You're the hunk? I mean, forgive me, Father. That is, forgive my language. Not in your official capacity. I'm not even a Catholic. I'm a Baptist, and you can't forgive us Baptists. Sweet Jesus, why am I babbling? I meant that in all due reverence. I never take the Lord's name in vain. Oh, God, now I'm lying to a priest. Why don't you just come on in and sit down? I'm Blanche. I'm Dorothy's roommate. Would you get the door?
Dorothy's told me a great deal about you.
Well, she seems to have left out one itty-bitty detail about you.
That I'm a priest.
Uh-huh.
She didn't know.
What'd you think? You were just a boring dresser?
She's never seen me in cleric's clothing.
I didn't know you priests could take your clothes off.
We do a lot of things real people do.
Except for one very important thing. Boy, is that going to put a hitch in Dorothy's plans.
Hello, I'm Rose Nyland. You must be Frank. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Thank you, Rose. It's very nice to meet you, too.
Dorothy's done nothing but talk about you for weeks.
Rose.
Every time she mentions your name, she practically glows.
Rose.
She's really very smitten with you. He's a priest, isn't he? I'm so sorry Helltown was canceled.
Frank, I'm sorry. Please tell me that's a Nehru jacket.
No, it's not.
Rose, let's go heat up the lasagna. Come on. Come on.
Why didn't you tell me it was Father Leahy?
But I assumed you knew.
No, I didn't. Frankly, I'm a little embarrassed.
Me too. What difference does it make? We can still be friends, can't we?
Of course we can. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, well, so am I. You look lovely tonight.
I look like the mother of a solid gold dancer.
Dorothy, I'm sorry about this misunderstanding.
I know. It's all right.
Okay, everybody, we're ready to serve the appetizers.
Come on, Frank, we're eating out on the lanai.
I supposed to sit again?
Oh, anywhere you damn well please. What the hell difference does it make now? Oh, so first you were a teacher, and then you decided to become a priest.
Actually, first I went to medical school for a year. Then I quit and became an assistant basketball coach. Then I became a teacher. Then came the priesthood.
What do you think you'll do next?
Would anybody care for more coffee? I have another pot brewing.
Oh, yes, let me give you a hand, Dorothy. Excuse me.
You know, black is your color. Did that influence your decision to enter the priesthood?
Well, it wasn't exactly the evening I planned, but it turned out to be pleasant enough.
Frank is a very special person, isn't he?
Yes, he certainly is, and he obviously thinks the same about you.
Of course he does. We're friends.
Dorothy, I hesitate to say this, but something in Frank's eyes says to me he thinks of you as more than just a friend.
Blanche, the man is a priest.
The man's a man.
I'm not going to listen to this.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about because I was in a very similar situation once, and he was a man of the cloth. Oh, totally dedicated to his vocation, or so he said. But his eyes told me he was dedicated to me. And we both knew it was wrong, and we fought our feelings with every bone in our hot, long, and writhing bodies. But finally, it was just too much for us, and we gave up and checked into a Best Western.
Had an affair with a priest?
Priest? I didn't say he was a priest. I said he was a man of the cloth. He was a fabric salesman. You know, we never made love again after that, but he did cover my lazy boy for free.
Wonderful, Blanche.
The point is, something in his eye says he wants you, and I think he means it in the biblical sense.
I will not listen to this. Coffee. Oh, your bingo game's over already?
It wasn't a game. It was a travesty. They call 4 lousy numbers and boom, Gloria Rossi's a winner. 6 more numbers, Seal Kessler's jumping up and down shouting, I'm rich, I'm rich. Of course, she also does this every Thursday morning on the boardwalk to attract men. Frankly, I think the whole thing was fixed. That's why I told Father Donatelli I'm going to ask Hugh Downs to investigate. I guess they sent you over to shut me up.
Ma, this is Father Leahy. He had dinner with us tonight.
Oh, pleased to meet you. What happened to your date?
Father Leahy is her date.
Come here. Dorothy, sometimes a mother gets a little busy and forgets to tell her daughter everything she needs to know. So I'm telling you now, don't date a priest, it's bad luck.
Ma.
Trust me on this one. What happened to me at bingo tonight was no accident.
I didn't realize how late it was. I really should be going. Thank you all. I had a wonderful time.
And I'll see you on Saturday at the youth fair.
I was hoping we could have dinner before that. There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Sure. What is it?
And thanks to you, I'm on the verge of making a very important decision. I'm thinking of leaving the church. Good night.
I thought I heard you,
Couldn't sleep. I had a horrible nightmare.
Oh, well, tell it to me. I'm awful good at interpreting dreams.
I was a contestant on the dating game, and I won. I went around the corner to meet the bachelor who picked me, and it was the Pope.
Boy, that is a tough one. Where'd you go on the date?
Oh, forget it. Good night, Blanche. Rose, what are you doing out? I thought you were asleep.
I went out to get provisions. I figured we'd be up all night talking.
I'm going to bed.
She doesn't feel like talking.
But I got chocolate macadamia nut cheesecake and run raisin ice cream.
Oh, all right. Start cutting, you scoop.
That's my girl. So, did you decide what you're going to do?
No. Oh, my luck. The first really wonderful guy I've met in a long time, and he turns out to have a more serious involvement.
With whom?
Pam Dauber. The church. Or at least he did until he met me.
You know, you take the religious aspect out of this, and it's really quite romantic. A man giving up everything for the woman he loves, kind of like the story of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor.
Or the story of Rose and Charlie Nyland.
You know, when I think of one, I automatically think of the other.
When Charlie and I started dating, I got the feeling that his folks didn't like me. That's when I decided to get to the bottom of things, and I found out about the ancient feud between the Nylands and the Gerklecknerbeigens. That was my mother's maiden name.
Gerklecknerbeigen?
Originally, it was Gerklecknerbeigen-Hofstetlerfrau. But they shortened it, because most of my mother's family were in show business. Anyway, when Charlie told them that we were going to get married, they forbade it. They said they'd disown him if he married a
Gerklecknerbeigen.
Right. And he'd lose his share of the family tiled grout fortune. He didn't care. He told them he loved me more than grout.
Must have been a tough choice for old Charlie.
I thought I heard voices. Now I see that only 2 of them are God-fearing.
Oh, will you get off my back? I feel bad enough.
You, what about me? 81 years I've eaten fish on Friday, even when the Pope told me I didn't have to. I go to Mass, I light candles, I say novenas, and for what? So it could all be flushed down the toilet because my daughter insists on going out with Father Happy Pants.
Oh, you're not making it any easier.
Look, Dorothy, in the end, only you can decide what's right for you. And whatever decision it is, I'll stand by it.
Thanks, Mom.
Just remember, make the wrong decision, you'll burn in hell forever. Sleep tight, pussycat. I'm not here to confess, Father. I did that a day and a half ago. At my age, how much can I sin? What, I had an impure thought? I'd kill to have an impure thought. That would be 2 sins. But now I'm telling you your business. Let me get to the real point of my visit. It's about you and my daughter. I know everything, and frankly, I'm not thrilled. Of course, if you want to break your mother's heart and leave the priesthood, that's between you and the Vatican. But there are a few things you should know about Dorothy before you get carried away.
So, Frank, have you made your decision? I think I can serve God and the church better as a teaching priest at St. Helens instead of a parish priest here. Well, we're going to miss you around here.
Look, I know priests are men and they have urges. What is it, lust? It'll pass. I do without you, get used to it. Get cable TV.
Lots of luck.
Thanks.
Frank,
Dorothy, what are you doing here?
I had a little free time between classes.
You just drove 18 miles across town?
Okay, so I wanted to talk to you. I didn't want to wait until Thursday. The thought that I might be responsible for the decision you're making was too much.
Dorothy, this is crazy. It's not like you pushed me toward this decision. You didn't even know I was thinking about it.
Blanche did. She saw it in your eyes.
My eyes?
Frank, you're a very special person. I knew that the moment I met you, and I realized you felt the same way about me, and I can't tell you how flattering that is. I mean, at this stage of a woman's life, to have someone instantly feel that spark for her is a dream come true. All right, maybe in the dream he wouldn't be a priest. But that doesn't make it any the less flattering. But it does make it a lot more complicated. So, Frank, you cannot go through with this. No. It's a mistake that we would both regret for the rest of our lives. No matter how strongly you feel, Frank, I cannot let you leave the priesthood for me. What? I understand how hurt you must feel. All right, maybe I don't understand exactly.
I'm sorry, Dorothy, but our relationship seems to be one misunderstanding after another.
Misunderstanding?
I'm not leaving the priesthood. I'm leaving the church. This church.
Well, if you're not leaving the priesthood, then I've just made a complete ass of myself. Excuse my language, Father, but as an English teacher, I can tell you that's the most appropriate description.
No, it's not.
Oh, how can you say that? I created an entire relationship in my imagination.
Oh, it wasn't in your imagination. There is something special between us. We appreciate each other. That's why you could help me see where I could do the most good. As a teaching priest.
Well, it's taken me a little while, but I think I've got it.
All right, listen. Your silence is deafening. I didn't want to whip this one out, but I have no choice. She's been divorced. You know the rule book. We're talking eternity here.
And are we still on for dinner Thursday night?
Yes, but just so there won't be another misunderstanding. Who is buying?
How about Dutch tea?
Great. I'll see you Thursday.
Dorothy. Thanks.
It's like you didn't hear a word I said.
thing for me now. It is spending time with you. I want to stay with you forever so that I can see you, love you, and care for you. Do you know what is a crazy thing for me now? It is spending time with you. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man.